Hello, welcome back to a brand new video, Dan channel. Today we are going to be doing another Missed Details video. I'm Crazy. Let's get into the video.
Peggy 16.
Starts off lights flickering. And just to start off, this is definitely the same level as in the Sounds of Nightmares. With the Ferris wheel and all of that sort of stuff. She said that there was like a big eye, which is in London they have is it called like a Ferris wheel? I think it is, or something like that. In London they have something called like I think it's called a big eye or something like that. And the under London Eye or something something like that. And it's basically just a big one of those. And yeah, it all it's basically this. It said that there was a big top, which of course is underneath there. Big bulbous creatures. That's obviously, as you can see right there, there are some very big bulbous creatures there that look very similar to the guests. Similar creatures to the porcelain kids, but also the mannequins. So that's pretty cool. So I think even later down in the trailer you get to see that you actually smash the kid's head. So it's going to be very similar to the level in the teachers of that part. More bulbous creatures. They don't seem to mind the kids being there. There's sort of like the puzzle dynamic, which you've seen plenty of times. Here we go. This scene here. We see a map which is very similar to the map from Little Nightmares 2 of the chess piece puzzle in the teacher's sort of level, in the school level. You see drawings on the map with the rope, and it's got people hanging themselves, which is very Little Nightmares inspired-esque. And also, we know that this is in the carnival because you see the big bulbous creatures that are there. That you can see two big bulbous creatures there. But also, one thing to take note of is that there's a purple suit. Now, in the Sounds of Nightmares podcast, in the carnival chapter, there is the person who looks at Noon when she's not clapping, has no face. Oh no, it has a face but no eyes, yet you can feel it staring, and he wears a purple suit. So this is basic confirmation. Also, just a little thing I just noticed, the same sort of drawers or whatever from Little Nightmares 1. There they are. More puzzles, broken mirrors, of course. Again, you saw those two purple suits. Here we go. So they're going to be chasing us. It looks like you kill one of the big bulbous creatures as part of the puzzle, which is very, very sadistic. There you go. You saw there. You destroy one of the heads of the mannequin children. That's what I call them. There also seems to be bits of mannequins hanging off the ceiling, like in Little Nightmares 2. But they can be all at the heads and still moving. You have to physically smash the head. Then climbing up ropes, there's a big top again. Gnomes again. And this last bit seemed very tense feeling to it with the music and the hitting, and it reminded me a bit of Little Nightmares 2 when you're escaping the mannequins. That was a very tense, and also just with um the doctor, it was a very tense sequence with all the mannequins and the doctor chasing you down. So I wonder if this is a level that's going to be like the scariest and going to have the most tense scenes in, maybe. Can you see him yet there? And there we have it. The two the the two main characters. Is it is it is it Lone and Alone or something like that? I forgot their names. I'm so sorry. However, this seems to be the ringleader person, or the person with no eyes yet can stare and wears a purple suit. This seems to be that person. So I wonder if we're gonna see Noon. Although Noon didn't in her dream didn't say that she met these people. However, one of these people, maybe they're gonna be in the same band as Rusty. So maybe that'll be part of the show, which would be very cool. Little Nightmares 3, obviously. And then, fantastic news is we have a release date for Little Nightmares 3, which is in October 2025, which is this year. It is only a couple months away. I thought it was October 2026 when I first saw it, and I was like, my god, that's so far away, but it really isn't. It's very, very close. It's I can see a light at the end of the tunnel, as Boris Johnson would say. And also there's another note here. There is a gnome looking up at the thing, and behind the gnome is a furnace of sorts, which is very similar, or not even similar, exactly, in Little Nightmares 1. In is it the last or the second to last of the DLCs? I think it's the Hideaway. Is it the Hideaway? I think so. I can't quite remember the names of the DLCs. There's a Depths, the Hideaway, and something else. But the Furnace seems to be controlling these gnomes again. That is very cool. So maybe you might say Lady again, because of course the Lady has the power to make the gnomes. So maybe we'll see the Lady again, which would be very cool. And then also this pre-order bonus Dark 6 costume set. Dark 6 costume set. So basically, you're going to be able to have this costume of Dark 6, which is very, very interesting because they said that 6 was not going to have anything to do with the series, that they're going to go in a new direction without 6. However, in my opinion, the main character has always been 6, and it wasn't Mono, it wasn't any of the other characters, it was 6. It was that raincoat. So maybe there might be a cameo of 6 who just don't play as her? Maybe. And then we got this Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition, just like I did for Little Nightmares 2. They're making an Enhanced Edition for Little Nightmares now. I don't know if I'm going to play that on the channel. I might do, but I don't actually know right now. But this also means that we also have what the consoles are we're going to play this on. Of course, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Notice that there is no Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch, which the other two games had. Little Nightmares added that in later, but Little Nightmares 2 had Nintendo Switch. Also, it's just really cool to see that we're gonna have Little Nightmares back. So yes, if you pre-order on the 10th, of 2025, you'll get Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition and Dark 6. Okay, so I was actually wrong about that. We are going to be able to play it on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. I was just stupid. But the Nintendo Switch pre-order will be open on a later date, which is just really cool. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy that video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and next video. Guys, I will see you later. Cheerio.